Hey y'all, it's Alban. Welcome back to another video. I hope your summer's been going really well. I hope that generally speaking you're doing really good, especially if I hadn't had the chance to talk with you very much, or if your subscription here on YouTube is primarily the way that you catch my content. I do apologize for the lack of videos, but today's topic is actually about me streamlining my content and some of my personal decisions to make sure that I can do what I really love, and one of those things is creating, editing videos, talking about weird niche Minecraft things with y'all. It's seriously one of the joys that I get to do in my life, so I really want to get back into that and address some of the things that have prevented me from that and the tweaks I can make to get better at this. So today's video is going to be a rather talky one, so get yourself ready for that. We're going to get into content creation meta, and then at the end of the video I wanted to say a special announcement regarding my content. It may come as a surprise to some of y'all because I said I wasn't going to take an opportunity like this immediately, but things change, things light up, and I just am so excited to finally say something on the channel about it. So why have I not been on one of the most powerful platforms for content creators, which is YouTube? First of all, I've been on Discord and Twitch. Discord's great because it kind of consolidates the number of your communities you're into a pretty manageable list, which is awesome. And then Twitch, I've been streaming 4 times a week. I've been really holding myself to schedule, and thankfully I've seen a lot of growth there. Like, I actually just hit 500 followers within just under a year of content creation. The timing on that was remarkable, and I have nothing to say but thank you for helping me hit that milestone. But it's been very time consuming, and on top of that, there's been a few challenges. There's been this hot studio space, you know, Chicago summer, it gets really hot here, and then I usually try to hit recording in the middle of the day, and hot weather brings that to an absolute halt. There's been me getting sick, again, absolutely kills most of my ability to, you know, get out of bed and create content. There's been like small streamer anxiety and just like imposter syndrome, just like doubting myself as a Minecraft YouTuber. Then on top of that, speaking of the game itself, it's been split up into 2 parts with this new update, and you would not believe the kind of impact that has on communities, especially content creator communities and SMP servers. Like, I've seen it firsthand. It's wild, the impact that it's had. But I don't want to sound ungrateful. I'm super fortunate to have a quiet place to record, support from my family, and hardware that allows me to produce quality content. Now it's just a matter of the fine-tuning, the small details that are going to get me where I want to be. I also want to clarify that it's not like I haven't been thinking about videos, it's just the execution itself. There's actually 3 videos I have in mind. One of them is one that I started immediately after my last video from, I think, May 21st, and that is about cinematic Minecraft and about like replay mod and other fun tools you can use that elevate how you create a Let's Play Minecraft video, which I thought was neat. I really want to get that one done. The second one is talking about a couple of rules that you should definitely have for a first-time new SMP server. That's definitely a niche I want to dive into, and again, it's just a matter of getting the video recorded and out there. The third one is actually already recorded. Oh goodness gracious. It's me talking to random guys on Tinder about my job being a Minecraft YouTuber. That one is just a matter of, you know, giving myself the push to edit and publish that and get that out into the world. Oh, isn't that lovely? So y'all let me know which video out of those you would want to see first. Hype me up and leave a comment down below about that. So I'm going to be making some changes that are effective immediately. I don't want y'all to be like anxious or scared. It's nothing crazy, and again, all good news. So the first thing is that I'm going to be moving streams to times that are better for me in the day and week. I've had the issue of them being equally spaced out throughout the week, and when I want to work on a big recording project or work with somebody else on pretty much anything, I'm just, exhausted from streaming every 48 hours. So don't worry about, the frequency of streams or like the number of hours per week that you could see me live. Just know that I'm moving it to times that don't inhibit my creative workflow, especially on other platforms like YouTube, which I said earlier was kind of the best one for me. Second of all, I have streamlined a number of commitments that I'm a part of. I actually made a Notion file. I love Notion. Not sponsored, but I love them. They're great, and I've made like a list of, every SMP I'm whitelisted on, every Discord that I'm in, every Twitch stream I like to stop by. It's a little personal, so I'm not gonna like share the file with y'all or anything, but just know that listing that out for like an hour or two is just super helpful and has already helped me set priorities straight with, what's the most enjoyable and what's the most worthwhile and all the things that I just needed to figure out for the longest time. I was just procrastinating on. Third of all, I'm going to be less critical of my videos. This video in itself is a great test because I've been stumbling over my words. I've been like not knowing what to say and looking in weird directions and all those things. And I'm not going to be, cutting that out. I'm just gonna leave it here for y'all because as long as I'm, talking with you and telling y'all what's up in this update video, like it gets the point across, it gets it done. So having another video on the channel finally it's gonna be a good feeling. Similarly with video holdup, I am immediately going to be less critical of the authority that I bring to the videos. I feel like I don't bring enough knowledge and enough experience to be talking about some of these things. But after a conversation I actually had with my family, they said, you don't need to worry about whether you know everything or whether you're the most qualified person to talk about. The audience is the judge of that. So that's why y'all are so important, and that's where y'all come in, because if y'all let me know, which video out of those 3 that I talked about earlier that you're most excited about, I'll be, pushed to release that, and then, it's less about getting the video out there and less about being nervous about it and more about the feedback I get from y'all and what you, learn from it, because it's probably more than my anxiety tells me. One of the biggest changes, and one that might come as a surprise, is a personal one, and it's the fact that I'm not going back to school right away. And this was something like, I promised myself all summer, I was going to figure out a place to live, get back there, do like my audition and everything, and that just didn't work out, and that's okay too. And it actually takes off a pretty big burden of this like impending deadline of having to move, being in a new place, and even like all the schoolwork, that it just allows me to focus on things that are important, like being a creative person at the end of the day and being a good person and being with my family, like especially my grandparents. So just centering myself, figuring out that going back to, a university in the South during the pandemic might not be the best choice. Just being kind to myself is probably going to be the most impactful change that I'm making. So, that big announcement that I mentioned, that is actually, I'm going to be straight up with y'all. I'm joining the Autocraft SMP. I've already done one stream from it actually, so if you've seen it and you were able to stop by, thank you. But we're going to be creating a full Let's Play, special series from it. They started about 2 months ago. So by the way, the Autocraft SMP is a group of about a dozen incredible content creators. Every single one of them has a series on YouTube. A few of them stream and do other projects, but primarily it's a content creator only private server that I had the honor to be interviewed for and invited to last week. So it's a bunch of new friends, new group of people that I get to hang out with and look up to because they're, huge motivation and inspiration for me. At the end of the day, they're just really great server mates, and I cannot think of, my headphones are falling off the table. I cannot think of a better way to be transitioning, from 1.17 to 1.18. I was really questioning myself doing the ultra hardcore series. I love that to death, but I know that, being all by myself there for potentially 6+ months is not going to validate me and help me grow as a content creator as much as this group of Autocrafters. So thank you so much for the invitation if y'all are watching this, and thank you for all the warm welcomes so far. I cannot wait to advance in the game and build and collaborate and record and just tell the story of the Autocraft server with this group. It's honestly, I'm so honored. So if y'all want to catch that, make sure, if you've watched so far, obviously, that you're subscribed here, even with the notification bell if you so desire. The other great way to catch the videos from everybody, guys, again, such a great group, is to join the Autocraft Discord. There'll be a link down below. If you guys are so so interested in knowing about my personal life, I'm kidding. If y'all want to know what food I'm eating, join my personal Discord. It's actually a really great way to get to know my community, the one that I've mostly grown on Twitch. And the best way to catch small, quick updates from me ASAP is on Twitter, which is @AlpenGlowUp, and there's also a link down below. Basically, if you're curious about something that you've heard about in this video, there's probably a link in the description, as most YouTubers do. So thank you guys so much for listening. Y'all mean the world to me, and I cannot wait. I don't think of this as like a new chapter. This is just more of like a 1 year into content creation, this is where we're at kind of thing. Oh, this is really loud cricket. Okay. Thank you guys so much for listening, and I just cannot wait for, another year, another several years of this, because I love it. I love it. So thank you. Have a good one.